Hello everybody, Fixer here, back with the Westport Independent. This is week 7. We left off with a decent showing last week. Sold a lot of papers in the East. And we gained some suspicion, and we lost a little popularity, but gained a lot of rebel. Doing pretty well, I suppose. We had no notes left for us. Everybody's happy-ish. And we still got to keep an eye out on our guys here. Frank has got a load of suspicion, and so does Phil, even though Phil is the loyalist. Anne's got none, and Julie has very little. Okay. What do we got going here? Price of root vegetables expected to rise this year. Pirate radio station gets shut down. Anarchy postpones elections. New presidential biography promises the true story of his rise to power. Ramaval outsources to underdeveloped countries. Bombing by the southern docks and improved equipment for Westport police. Let's go with the industrial. Removal abandons Westport to unemployment, outsources to underdeveloped countries. A recent report claims that industrial giant Ramaval Industries has outsourced almost all of their production overseas during the last few years. Meanwhile, several factories in Westport have been shut down, leaving hundreds of people unemployed. This has allowed unemployment in areas like the eastern factories to double. Let's do it. Let's give it to Anne. I gotta get my notes on my front page. Hold on a second there. That's not it. What did I do with my notes? I am noteless, and I'll be completely lost. There we go. That's more like it. Alright, so we need to play it safe with Frank and Phil. Frank and Phil. Anyway, price of root vegetables expected to rise this year. Let's go with, new presidential biography promises the true story of his rise to power. Now, see, I don't want to give any favor towards the president. Last night, police raided a local warehouse turned pirate radio station in the Western Districts. The employees were all arrested on charges of treason and spreading subversive propaganda. The station broadcasts mostly imported music by blacklisted artists. We won't rest until this filth is improperly purged. Let's leave that stuff out. Government cracks down on subversive propaganda. We'll go with this. And see, it's probably safe for Phil. Why won't Phil write it? Does he want this up here? Okay then. Let's see about the price of root vegetables. A harsher economic crisis ensues as the prices for food skyrockets. Recent report projects a stark increase in the price of root vegetables. Claims that with last year's poor crops and this year's drought, a scarcity of root vegetables is expected this year as well. This is also expected to increase the demand for other foods, affecting those prices as well. Lots of as wells. How about you, Julie? Approved equipment for Westport Police, or government slashes budget to militarize police. Oh boy. Yesterday, the government announced a new set of policies. If the police fall, the people are left defenseless. We can't ever allow that to happen. Included in these is the right for officers to request military-grade equipment for riot control. To afford this, several existing social benefit programs will be slashed. Alright, so how about Phil? There you go, Phil. That'll keep you safe. And we need a safe one for Frank. Loyalists cancel democracy. The government announced today that the upcoming June elections will be postponed. The stated reason is security measures following the recent increase in acts of terror occurring in the city. This is a time for action, not discussion, the president stated. Political debates can wait. As of writing, no new date has been issued. Of course not. Vicious bombing by the southern docks kills innocent civilians. Bombing took place by the southern docks last night. Placed inside a small liquor store, the bomb detonated at about 11:45. 3 people were injured and 2 people found dead. The police have 4 arrests and suspect rebel involvement. Let's take out the rebels because we don't want to piss the rebels off, but that should satisfy the loyalists. Alright, what do we want to do? That's heavy on crime, industrial, societal. Alright, so we'll go with industrial. I'm really working the rich folk, aren't I? There's been no celebrity. And the rich folk like that kind of stuff. Alright. So let's go maybe 20%. And I had something in there in the southern docks, didn't I? Yeah. And I think this one is in the west? I don't know. But let's go for the south. I think. Maybe the east as well. Let's do it. The Industrial Insider. Well, I think I'll be staying off seafood for a while. They couldn't have worse timing either. We just bought 8 pounds of fresh fish that we now have to throw in the trash. Well, to be fair, anything that has actually managed to survive in the river, thus could probably outlast the hydrogen bomb. Yeah, I've heard that workers at the factories are told to dump whatever waste they can find in that river. Yeah, I've noticed. Some of the factories around our apartment look and smell even worse than the southern dock sewers. Yummy. Week 8. 4 weeks left. What do we got going here? Oh, wow. So that really pushed that. It didn't do too well in the north. So Rebel went up, suspicion went up a lot, popularity went down. Okay. So I have I don't like how close we're getting over here. I've got mail. Trust in numbers, not in government. In a world where information is controlled by those in power, trust should be put in the people, not in the authorities. Join the rebellion today. Frank and Phil are still highly suspicious. I think I'll keep giving them safe... Oh wow, Julie, look at that. She went up a lot too. I think she doubled her suspicion. Alright, looks like Anne's going to have to do our inflammatory articles. Romoville Industries moves branch headquarters to Westport. That's actually good news. Romoville Industries keeps their business at arm's length. Moves branch headquarters to Westport. Their branch company, Dyrell Corp, has announced their intentions to move their headquarters to Westport. Romoville claims the move to be the starting point of the industrial giant's plans of localizing their business to the city. The company further expects this to create a new uprising of jobs in Westport. Okay, so let's give that to Frank, because that seems safe. Pirate radio station, fewer beggars than ever. Government burns books in Liberty Square. Romoville Industries steel mill implicated in terrorism. Police cars set on fire, and protesters outside police station. Romoville Industries steel mill. Industry giant funding terrorism. Romoville Industries sells bombs to rebels. They're facing new issues, this time implications of terrorism. The investigation into the recent bombings found traces of material from Romoville-owned factories. Romoville have denied this, stating that they have no affiliation with any rebel group. Our company cannot take responsibility for the single individuals. I don't know if I want to publish that, actually. Government burns books. That's going to be as inflammatory as ever, right? Government prevents the spreading of rebel propaganda. Yesterday, Liberty Square lit up as police officers started burning books. The event was the result of months of collecting books from various libraries and stores. The collected books were works supporting anti-government sentiments. Some protesters arrived at the scene, but were easily held back by police. I'll take that out too. I'm taking this out because we want to make the government look worse than they are, right? If they're cracking down on anti-government stuff, then some people might be able to understand. Otherwise, it just looks like they're burning books. Some protesters arrived at the scene but were easily held back by police. We don't want to give them any kind of credit. So, Anne, it's time for you to get some suspicion. Protesters outside police station. Yesterday afternoon, a group of around 300 people gathered outside Liberty Square Police Department in protest. The group protested the recent arrest of a local man for protecting a suspected rebel teen from a police officer. The police retaliated... I'm getting my P's all plucky, aren't I? The police retaliated by dispatching the riot police, who arrested several of the participants. Let's go with it. Phil, like the groundhog Phil. Let's force him. I want Phil on my side. We only got 4 weeks left. Fewer beggars than ever. Policemen improve public appearance by assaulting beggars. New statistics shows that the number of street beggars is lower than ever. These numbers correlate with the police being granted free rein over matters regarding public appearance. Witnesses have reported seeing officers harassing beggars until they either fled... Oh, this is going to be totally inflammatory. Isn't it? Oh boy. Government burns books. It doesn't do anything? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, this isn't a very good paper. I gotta change something. Let's see if I get any kind of benefit with that. Nothing. So I'm guessing if this doesn't have any bearing on any of these, does it just simply affect something like the Rebel versus Loyalist opinion? I'm guessing. Maybe we'll change it. Police car set on fire. Police car was set on fire in the old residential area of the Southern Docks. Fire was quickly put out by the officers who had temporarily left the car. Officers received no injuries. The police have made no arrests, but suspect a local rebel group. Pyromaniac strikes police car in the Southern Docks. See, this is what I don't get about this game. Is it going to... If I were to say that they suspect a local rebel group, is that good for the rebels or bad? Because, I mean, if the rebels are going around setting shit on fire, then people are going to see them in a bad light. But if they want credit for this, you know, they want people to know that they're fighting, I don't know what's good and what's not. Police car set on fire. Go ahead, Anne. Let's see what we got. Alright, it's crime. I don't have any celebrity again. This isn't going to be a very good paper, is it? Maybe I'll go with this one? Industry giant funding terrorism. They denied this, stating that they have no affiliation. Let's get rid of that. Our company cannot take responsibility. Let's see what that gets us. Ooh, well that's a good one. Alright, we'll run with that. We'll put it on the front page. Put more Rommel. And then this. I like it. Alright, so... The West Lakes crime and celebrity. And I don't have any celebrity. But the East are going to eat this shit up, and so is the South. Societal news every morning, every day. I don't know if I even want to advertise up here, do I? Let's try it. Let's do it. You know, I'm very uncomfortable with having our newspaper glorifying police violence. Frank, you didn't say anything before. You mean the removal of street scammers? I see no problem there. Of course, Phil, you don't. Street scammers? They're homeless beggars. They're less harmful than your local drunk. Oh, don't be so naive. These people are only trying to pull the heartstrings of sentimental fools like you. You tell them, Phil, you jerk. Alright. Let's see how we did, and we'll call it an episode. Alright, so I did these equally at 15%, and obviously it resonated a lot more in the north because it was very industrial-oriented. The east, I think I overspent in the east again. Look at this. In the south as well. Damn it. Alright, oh, look at the rebel opinion. Look at that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get those guys. +4. Oh, look at that. Only +4. Okay, I can dig it. We've got mail. Well, we'll open that next episode. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Westport Independent. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.